Greetings, Ted Hicks. Today is Friday, August 18th, and in yesterday's video, I used the term secular bear and cyclical bull. I want to define that for you today, and we're going to talk about one of the reasons why we are concerned that we are experiencing a cyclical bull within a secular bear. So on the screen right now, we have the S&P 500 from 1965. You can see on the chart, 1965 through 1979. This is actual U.S. stock market history. I would contend this was a secular bear. Secular is referred to as a longer term. So this is a secular bear. However, here are the cyclical bulls. So within this 15-year secular bear market, there were multiple cyclical bull markets, and I would contend there were at least four cyclical bear markets. So that is the definition of secular is long-term and cyclical would be short-term. And so right now, year to date, the S&P 500 is indeed higher. However, we are concerned that we are in a secular bear market that is merely experiencing a cyclical bull. We don't know that definitively, but that is our concern. Now, why is that important? Now, I'm going to take this same chart and I'm going to adjust it for inflation. Actually, I take that back. I added 2 years. Now on the screen, you see 1965 through 1981. This is the S&P 500 adjusted for inflation for 17 years. This is why we are concerned about being in a secular bear, because if we are in a secular bear, a buy and hold strategy or buy and hope strategy, hoping that it will all work out in the end, is not necessarily a good idea if we are indeed in an environment like this. So let's switch gears now and show you one of the reasons why we are concerned that we are in a secular bear. On the screen right now, we have what we defined many months ago as a big problem ahead for the United States economy. The blue line is our national defense spending, and the green line is the interest payments on our national debt. So we've already reached the point where our interest payments on our national debt is equivalent to our defense spending. That is not a good sign. Now, I haven't been able to verify this just yet, but Charlie Bilello is a top-notch technician. I follow him on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, give him a follow. And he's made a couple of points in the last several days that I wanted to highlight. Here he is saying, this is August 10th, that the interest expense on U.S. public debt rose to $857 billion over the past year, which is a record high, and if it continues to increase at the current pace, it will soon be the largest item in the federal budget, surpassing Social Security. That is not a good sign. But take it one step further. A couple days later, he says roughly 75% of outstanding U.S. treasuries were going to mature in the next 5 years. When those maturities happen, the United States government doesn't have cash sitting around that they can just pay off the debt. They're going to have to refinance that debt. But interest rates have obviously risen quite a bit, and the U.S. government did not refinance their debt. A couple years ago, we saw some nations across the world issuing 50-year bonds. I think one of them even issued 100-year bonds. And you could argue, why in the world would anybody buy a 50-year bond or a 100-year bond? Well, those bonds did indeed get bought up. The United States government did not do that. And now, if Charlie is correct, and I have no reason to doubt him, but if he's correct, we have approximately 75% of our national debt, which the interest payments on that is already equivalent to our national defense spending. 75% is going to mature. The United States government is going to be forced to refinance that debt at a much higher interest rate. That is not a good sign for the United States economy. And that is one of the many reasons why we are concerned that we are in a secular bear market that is experiencing a cyclical bull. That is why we do what we do and why we believe in defending the positions that we're in and why we don't just hope that the market is going to turn around. Anyway, if you have any specific questions, by all means, reach out to me or any member on my team. You can find us online at Hicks-Associates.com. And again, thanks for watching, and we do hope you find these helpful. Feel free to leave us a comment. If you haven't subscribed, we would love it if you would do that as well. Thanks.